Inspired by it.
Motivation.
Inspired by it.
Motivation.
Inspired by motivation. Inspired by it.
Motivation.
Inspired by it.
Motivation.
Inspired by motivation.
Welcome to Talks with AQ. We are back at it again with another special guest. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Caden. Just chilling out, hanging out. Yeah, that's about it. Just
All right.
yeah.
And what do you do, Caden?
Well, I'm actually at Piedmont College, mass comm major, second year there. Just chilling out, going to the program there, trying to get started and get my degree, get going with life.
All right. What made you interested in mass comm, if you mind me asking?
Well, so I never knew exactly what I wanted to do growing up. I always loved technology. That was my thing. So I got to high school. They had a similar program, except on high school level. And I had my teacher by the time I got 11th or 12th grade. A new teacher came in. She graduated from Piedmont Mass Comm department as well. And I found out she actually started the program back in my high school. So she graduated my high school after starting the program, went to Piedmont, graduated from Piedmont, and came back to teach the program.
Wow.
And it really took, they were having to turn people away. It got so popular when she came back and built it back up. And she led me to Piedmont and got me more interested, and I've been going to Piedmont ever since.
Oh, snap. Okay. So what have you got involved in college?
Oh, boy. Well, from basically the beginning, I was on the newspaper team, The Roar.
Okay.
Kind of, working with them, doing some different things. Last year, I had to write some things about accessibility with wheelchairs on campus. That was my thing. Disability advocacy on campus. And this year, actually, got into building the video section of the Roar back. So that's been all summer and beginning of school year, getting people recruited and ideas and filming and at the same time. So that was good for that. And doing more advocating this year, getting some things done. So
Oh, right. That's amazing. That is really inspirational. So when it comes to disability advocacy, how have you, dealt with it in college, and how has the college, responded?
So people at Piedmont administration, anybody there, they are not afraid to say they were behind on accessibility on campus, and they admitted that, which is fine. That's great. I mean, it's a small town. I don't expect them to be, right way up there.
Right.
So just worked with disability. Before I got there my freshman year that summer, they installed, buttons to open doors. They got a shuttle bus that's handicap accessible. And since then, we've gotten a ramp or two installed on sidewalks. Actually spoke with somebody from City Hall yesterday to get another sidewalk put in. And Piedmont's responded very well. They're very helpful. And their thing was they knew they were behind, but they needed a student to help them get what was needed. So when I came in there, it was kind of, we need this, and this.
Right.
So
That's really good.
Yeah.
So just to lead on next to that, how has school and Corona been?
It was an interesting choice to come back. With my health issues and being immunocompromised, it was a big decision to make the leap, come back to campus. That was one thing I did struggle with, getting help to see, if they would work with me to come back. It wasn't as easy as I'd hoped. But we worked it out, and I felt with the guidelines they put in place, I felt comfortable enough to come back to campus. And so far it's been good. Very different. I'm used to, certain people on campus that you're really close to, giving them a hug or a
Right.
high five, even professors giving them a hug, whatever.
Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Nope.
Working with equipment. I'm in charge of equipment closet this year, so getting
Oh
that figured
snap! You
out.
got my job.
Yeah, trying to figure that. That's been interesting. Yeah, that one's an interesting one. Trying to be cautious but efficient at the same time. Yeah,
Oh
very
man,
interesting. With a whole
equipment
new program
manager.
of that, we rebuilt a whole new program, and then COVID happened, and we're like,
Oh
well,
wow!
put a
What?
wrench in the system. Yeah.
Renting?
Yes.
Check in, check out. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, very interesting way it's being handled right now, but we're making it work.
Wow, that is so wild. You said you were the equipment manager. Wow. If
Yeah,
you guys, yeah, if you guys didn't know, I did that. Like, I was GA for mass communications, and I was doing all that good stuff.
He did better than I am so far, it seems. Yeah, I got put as lead video editor, in charge of video. And as soon as I got the position officially, I was told, I was like, okay, also, you got equipment manager. Congratulations. I was like, thank you. I bet you can imagine who said that to certain people. Was like, here you go, have fun.
Have fun.
Yes, have fun.
Good luck.
Yes.
It's wild, you're having a good time with that. I remember you posted some tweets and you're like, guys, I may not be able to come back. And I was like, oh no. But it's great that you are back and you are able to do what you can do, and there's nothing that's stopping you. So that's very
As
good.
of now, I'm back. I've, thought about it, prayed about it, did what I could, and here we are back on campus.
Exactly.
2 weeks in, finished our
Okay.
second week going strong. So
Going strong. Well, what inspires you to keep pushing?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. First, it was a scared job to get out there, but also I feel in the world, many people look at people with disabilities and be like, "Oh, they don't, this sounds awful. Don't amount to much, or they can get away with not going back, doing whatever." So I feel like I need to be that person to go against the grain and avoid the, stereotypical, they can't do this, and know that even though I have health concerns, I feel safe with the guidelines, and I've made that decision. And don't be afraid of what's out in the world per se. Be cautious and work with it, but don't be so afraid where you're going to stay at home. Because I did stay at home for 67 days before I did make the little leap to just go into the drive-through. And obviously we were safe. We kind of built a game plan with my family. What do we do, like guideline-wise? What do we do if we come in contact with somebody that has it? Like, what are these things we're going to do? And after we planned it and thought about it, then we slowly started going back. And Piedmont is the only place I go in public besides drive-throughs. Every now and then I'll go out to eat if it's with my family and they're being safe.
Right.
But most of the time it's Piedmont drive-throughs. That's it. So
Okay. So you're doing a great job.
oh yeah.
All right. I feel that. Same here. So being involved in mass communication, you're exposed to a lot of the multimedia things. Is there any like specific field in that interests you, like moving forward?
Well, I was exposed by to journalism by Joe. He kind of made me join the newspaper team, and I was okay with it. I've gained more interest in writing. I've gotten better, and but video's always been my thing. Maybe not on camera, but behind the camera, editing has always been my thing. Was editing, even in high school. So that's why I did it for Piedmont now, and that's why I'm in charge of it now. But I feel I'm doing tutoring for it in a couple weeks. So I feel like that's going to be my thing I go for. But I like having everything under the belt, whether it be radio, TV, newspaper, debate, whatever is there. I like having a little bit of everything. That's what I like about our mascot department is I can start here and switch over a week later if I wanted to. So
that's true. That department has so much variety.
Oh, yes.
And you can be a jack of all trades.
Yes.
That's really good. Being that you were a part of the Roar, do you have like any like favorite things you wrote about?
Always entertainment was the thing that is good to write about, because that can be a variety of things in the world, on campus, in Georgia. Anything can be a very wide variety. But I did stick with disability and accessibility more, because there's obviously not many people at Piedmont that can write about that. And they can write about it, but to experience it firsthand I think there's me and one other student in a wheelchair, maybe. And there's plenty of other disabilities, like visible and non-visible, obviously. But having someone who is okay to speak out about it, because a lot of times you're put in this corner where you don't want to speak, and you're told not to speak about it because it's not. There's more important things in the world, like you've been told. So it took years to talk about it, and I was like came out of my shell in high school essentially. So having someone that will talk about it and does talk about it, it's always good to have writing. Can always go back to it and say, well, this has changed, this hasn't changed. And like once I get started, I just go for it. Like there's no stopping once I start.
All right. That's respectable. I respect that. I know with a lot of things, once you like have your mindset on doing something and you do it, a lot of good things will come out of that, like a good reward. And not even just like a reward, but more of like you feel like you're giving an impact. So
Oh yeah, and I've already seen it honestly on campus, just the difference that it has made for some people. Just seeing like I said, the other student in a wheelchair, or seeing just other that I know they have a disability because I spoke with them, seeing them be able to like say open the doors or get in and out or get this assistance needed on their own, be more independent, because that's like everyone, like disability or not, everyone's goal is to be independent. And it's harder for some people than others, obviously. So with those, the technology and the assistance, without having to have the assistance of another human being, you get that independence that you want.
So how did you like really develop your independence and you felt like more confident in yourself?
Well, I do still struggle with like being confident. I feel like a lot of people do, but just I mean, I still have help from my family, of course. Especially, I still live at home. I'm not on campus. That's too much. That would be too much for me, just with my specific disability. So I do live at home, and my house is built to be a custom home. My dad's a contractor, so he built it around the thought of a wheelchair and the disability. So that's definitely helped with independence a lot. Campus-wise, just those little things like not having to have my aide there 24/7, but can drop me off, get my things, and leave. And I do depend on other students, but I don't have to have an aide because it's very awkward with like friendships and relationships having that person by your side all the time. So that's an issue. So it helps not to have that. But technology, just period, has helped independency a lot. Like I use my Amazon Echo daily for my lights, my power plugs, plugins, like use my computer, my phone. Like the technology has created a whole different realm of possibility with disabilities and not. It's crazy.
That is wild.
It's just, a little expensive, but you get there.
Right. You get there. And once you got it, you sustain and you do what you have. That's really cool. That's inspiring, dude. I'm glad you're able to keep going.
Oh yeah, it took a while, but I'm here.
Yeah, I remember when Caden first came through to college, like they were making the changes so that it could be working for him accessibility wise. Like I remember there was a special table and things of those things, and I had to help you out. And it's great to see how you've grown from just when you first got to Piedmont to even now. Like I can see a change. It's good,
Yeah.
Definitely.
Those tables talking about, there was one here and there. They're everywhere now. Like you go into a random room I'm not in, bam, table.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
That's great. Definitely. Do you have any goals for this semester?
Well, to get this whole equipment thing figured out and get, video 1 and video 2, or any students with a program that's something that's going to stick, hopefully. And that I have to say I'm in charge of the meetings for the video. So my goal is to get things filmed and on a regular basis and get good things produced for the Roar YouTube channel and things like that, and just TikTok and all that now that me and Hadley go together. So
wow. Yeah. There's a TikTok for the Roar?
There is. Me and Hadley both kind of work with that. She does more because she's social media, but we both kind of tackle that. Yeah.
And that's funny. We interviewed Hadley yesterday, and it was a good show.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear that one. That one's gonna be good.
That one. Yes, that will be, and this one will be too.
Yeah, but goal wise, I just hope that we're on campus all semester or till Thanksgiving when we leave, because you see 1-2 weeks in all these colleges. Yet, I mean, granted, they're bigger colleges, but all these colleges are already going back to virtual. And yeah,
Yeah,
hope
because
the
people
Piedmont.
can't social the distance. No.
Yeah, that's a whole different story I can tell you off this podcast.
Right. Off the podcast, top
Yes.
secret, confidential. We ain't doing that.
Yes.
All right. So here's another question. How many like masks do you have? I know like masks are like a very
Yeah.
rampant thing now, and they can also be a good fashion statement. So what's your favorite mask to wear?
Well, I've actually been talking about this for a couple weeks. I'm actually in the process of getting more. I just gotta find a good website to order more. So I'm always looking to get new ones. It's like a new like shoes or shirt thing. So I was obsessed with shirts. It's just like masks now.
Okay.
But I have Piedmont supplied too for every faculty, staff, and student. So
wow.
I have those, and then I have one. I support a small business in my hometown. It's actually a nail salon. Obviously, they weren't doing nails, so the people in there were creating masks, homemade masks, and support a couple of them. And then I have some from Walmart, the general mask. But I like the Piedmont ones, but I need to get some more stylish ones because I have a black one, a white one, and a navy one. But they're all solid. Yeah. I need to get some more better ones.
Yeah. Get some more to the collection.
Yes.
Here at Talks AQ, we drop some merch, some masks too. So if you ever have a chance, check that out.
Yeah.
We got a back to school discount code, so free shipping.
Yeah, I had to go buy one of those.
Yeah. It's like it has that design in the back, and it's just the mask that covers your full face. I'm advertising. It's marketing, guys.
Shameless plug. That's all
yeah. Check us out on Teespring. You guys can buy your mask anywhere. To all the listeners out there, to get your mask collection set up, because I know masks are a big collection now. They're rampant now because since we got a pandemic going on, everybody want to wear a mask. Back in the day, they weren't as of a thing. Like you probably would see people wearing masks more in like other countries, like when they are sick. But now that the pandemic is rampant, everybody's like, all right, we're all wearing masks now. This is Mask City. Wear a mask when you go anywhere. And please.
Yeah, I was talking to my cousin. I was like, I want more masks. And we're talking about she's making some homemade ones and really nice ones. So we're like doing all that. And I was like, but I have a question. When and if this world ever gets back normal, we're going to have like a stack of 100 masks on our desk ready to go. And we're not going to be able to use them anymore. I was like, then you're going to start seeing people in the next few years wearing them during flu season, I feel like, or anytime they're sick. Hopefully they'll decide that this has changed their mind. They'll wear them.
They're going to be paranoid. Oh, we got another virus. Oh, no. Chill out. Now we're putting the mask on. No.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, I feel like there's a recycling center is going to make like bank on recycle your used mask.
Right. Recycle your used mask. We'll take
yes.
What? You gonna see somebody popping up business up every time they're like, oh, their flu season's coming. What? Yeah, buy your mask.
Yeah. So we're gonna see for advertisements for the next like 10 years now. This mask.
I was starting to have a feeling like we're in an apocalypse for a second when it like first happened, because I was like, dang.
Oh yeah. And that's how I felt. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't as probably serious as I should have been. Like I feel like a lot of people like that. Is like, I mean, I got a mask or two because we're told to, but I want, of course, living in a small town. So it's like, about like, do I need this mask just for our small town? Then a couple months in, I didn't really go anywhere anyway because I was being extra careful, but my family wasn't really wearing masks. I was like, okay, guys. And I was like, even like aggravating my parents, we've got to start wearing these masks because they're not the type, my dad's not the type that really wants to. Yeah. My mom won't either. Nobody is, but I was like, we've got to start wearing these masks.
It is time.
It's time, yeah.
We can't play around. No. I started getting real when like people like I knew like started getting it. They're like, oh yeah, I got the Rona. I was like, because when you hear someone has it, then it makes it like
it's different.
More validation to it.
It is, yeah.
Before it's more like it's a mystery.
Yeah, it was an odd feeling when I get a call like from family like, hey, yeah, I just want to know, I know I haven't been around you, so you're in the clear, but I do have, coronavirus. It's like, oh, that's a different feeling besides when somebody famous or a friend gets it. That's
right. Like, what? I have the Rona. Stay away. Okay.
Yeah.
I
At least they let us know.
Right. Respectful, Don't just hide it as a secret. And
Yeah,
then you
no.
find out later, yeah, I had the Rona. What?
Thanks for telling me 2 weeks later.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. I guess that's what we're going to do. All right. How important is writing correctly to you?
Is what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Writing correctly.
Oh, well, it does bug me when I see things, but like through text message, no. I mean, I try, but usually no. I'll let that slide because I'm bad at it too. So,
but at least you're getting better, right?
Huh?
I said at least you're getting better, right?
Oh yeah. I'm a lot better. And like, if I'm seeing something like somebody's written for on social media, that bugs me a little bit more. And something's actually been like they took time on, oh, that bugs me real bad. If they took time on it and they still mess it up, it bugs me. Like at Piedmont, they'll put out flyers for this and that all the time. Now that's the first thing I pointed out. Somebody put a flyer for an event going on, and they put you instead of yours. So it's just a mistype, but still, that bugged me.
Oh yeah, that's a pet
But
peeve.
abbreviations I use all the time.
Oh yeah, of course. Abbreviations make things quicker.
Oh yeah.
Especially like you're on the go. Like, let me send this real quick.
And my dad hates it. He's like, "Are you gotten so lazy? Can you type it out?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm not lazy. But if you find something, why not do the simple route of just abbreviating?" People do all the time.
See how much time I saved? I can save that much of a millisecond. Send you this.
Abbreviating and acronyms are not that bad.
Would have saved my life.
Yeah, you never know.
It's like, wow. Oh man. So yesterday we were talking to Hadley about like a variety of things similar, and I had asked her, what does being a journalist mean to her? But I guess I should ask you like a different one. What does it mean to be? I guess you talked more about you like editing and video. What does it mean to be like an editor and video person to you?
Well, I mean, especially during coronavirus, everybody's looking towards YouTube videos, TV, maybe not so much movies, but those the entertainment's what everybody wants, especially being at home, and all of it's online. Most of it is YouTube, so that's a thing that I feel like's gained even more popularity than it already did. And so I love putting out content. I'm actually starting a new idea in my mind. I'm getting planned out just for my own personal thing to put out there, because I feel like as an editor you have this chance to like build upon story out of it, and to everyone out there that they can either relate to it or it can just mean something to them and can change their day for the better. And I feel like that's what I try to do every time I do a video is, one, make it entertaining, two, give the opportunity to make a difference in their day or life, and three, nothing negative. I don't do negative things. Anything I do, I'm not gonna, nothing negative.
Not in this house.
I don't care what it's about, but nothing negative.
Right. Not in this house.
No.
You don't do negative.
Never.
That's interesting to say, because like during this pandemic, all I've been doing is like YouTube videos. I just got started with doing a podcast because I hit 100 subscribers because that was the goal. And I'm still pushing forward to creating content like every week, because it's one of the things, being consistent. And I'm not really doing it, to gain the fame of subscribers. I'm kind of doing it, make that impact and make someone's day better, inspiring them or, giving them some insight like on how I feel about something.
Oh yeah. And like, I mean, a lot of people chase the subscribers or the advertising or whatever. I mean, that's nice. Obviously, don't get me wrong. That's always a nice thing. Yeah.
Right.
But that's not the reason I started anything. And so you're being much more consistent than I am. I'm still trying to get the consistency down with, putting out content. But then, college hit back up and I was working on things all summer, had surgeries in summer. So like, it was hard to keep that one motivation, especially during like a, pandemic, which motivation is obviously important.
Yeah.
And consistency was my thing for sure. And I'm still working on it. I'm determined though. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you got it. I'll hold you up to that, consistency, but it's harder when you're in college. You got all the college stuff to do first.
Yeah.
Then we got to do the YouTube.
Yeah. Luckily, luckily what I'm obviously mass comm relates to, YouTube and other things.
Oh yeah, true.
So it all
Definitely.
intertwines. So it's a little more easier, I would feel like, to get the content done because you're already doing it for something else. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you don't want to burn out from doing it for college and coming home and doing it for yourself. And then,
Yeah, they're looking at the ceiling like,
yeah,
oh, what did I do?
yeah. But interesting enough, since quarantine and starting college, I've noticed looking at the screens all the time. I'm actually ordering the blue light filter glasses just
Oh snap!
because I'm looking at the screen so much. I'm actually going to order some because I can tell when I strain my eyes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never thought I had to do that. Order a separate pair of glasses besides prescription. But yeah.
it's like I need glasses now because all I'm doing is looking at this computer.
Yeah. It's
I feel that.
gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna be real. I got like 6-7 pairs of glasses because I always go get my eyes checked, and they'd be like, "Oh, if your eyes haven't changed, free glasses." I was like, "Okay,
Oh yeah.
let me get another frame."
Yeah. I need all my doctor's appointments got canceled this summer. That's when I always do my stuff during the summer. Everything got canceled between COVID and surgery.
Oh.
So I haven't been to anything. I got to get back in.
Oh man, how did surgery go? Surgery went well.
It went really good. I had one little, not scare, but extra thing they weren't expecting. So I had to stay a couple days later.
Okay.
But overall, it was an interesting experience being there during these times. But it went really good. They're, for the most part, all nice and worked well. So yeah.
Bless up. I'm glad it went well for you.
Yes.
You're still thriving right now.
Oh yeah.
I got
Man,
another.
I feel totally different. Like it's a completely new feeling of not having to deal with kidney stones and kidney issues.
Oh yeah, that's good. You got that glow. I see. How important is public speaking to you?
That's something I'm trying to get better about.
All right.
Yeah. I never in my life where I think I'm going to be doing even a podcast. Oh, podcast wasn't a thing, but still doing anything for the public that wasn't, family, and even in front of family, that was used to be a no-go. Like,
Oh wow.
I could never get in front of people. And a lot of that was like between body image and wheelchair, and I was, feel like I was being judged for disability, but that was one thing I had to get over. I had to do it in steps. Had to get over disability, had to accept that I have this, and let's make something good out of it. Then I had to step through, nobody cared. I mean, they care about you, but nobody cares enough about you to judge you. Not really. I mean, they're more interested in what you're saying and what you're doing and the difference you're making than how you look or how you sound, because I hate my voice. So how you look or how you sound or even how you act, that's not in the spotlight. It's what you're talking about is. So that's my next thing to get over. I'm still in public speaking in college help, but I'm still trying to get that little push to keep going, to get in front. I can do a video. I can do that now. It's the getting in front of a bunch of people to talk is still my thing that I got to get over.
Right.
Yeah.
That's definitely something that can be intimidating at times. You step up, everybody just looking at you, and you're just like, welcome to my presentation.
Yeah, so I don't know how to act and do.
This is my TED Talk.
Yeah.
I think for me, what really helped is doing acting and being singing helped for me because, fine arts and all that. You are involved musically. You have to sing in front of people. You have to act in front of people. So when I'm on that camera or from in front of people, I just know I'm gonna just be me. But I know almost pick my spots. Even when I did presentations, pick my spots. Oh, let me make this. Let me say this right here, and maybe y'all will laugh. If not, awkward.
Yeah, that's how. And I'm still trying. I've always been behind the camera of anything I've ever done for the most part.
Right.
So being on camera, where I'm talking to essentially the internet, but I have no one looking or talking at me back. That's something I'm starting to get used to. That's why any videos I've done seem boring, is because I got to learn to make it enunciate and project my voice and make it more interesting, because I don't have that conversation back at me. I have to just roll like I'm talking to someone, but nobody's there. I just have a camera facing me.
Right.
With lights everywhere looking at me. Yes.
Lights, camera, action. Bang.
Yeah, because in my basement, actually, all three of my brothers have moved out. So I have an extra room down there. So I have a desk and I have a nice camera ball, and then I bought lights and tripods, so I have a full studio set down there. But
Wow.
yeah, I went for it. I went all in.
Well out.
Yeah, I went all in for it. I just gotta learn, being on camera, adjust to that because it does take some getting used to.
Oh yeah, it does. I had to like teach my grandma because I make her manage her channel and stuff. And whenever we film, like wherever her topics are, I always like go over it. I'm like, you gotta have this type of energy when you talk, and you gotta talk to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
You can't talk like a robot. You gotta have some energy, like as a person.
Yeah, and my thing is, I don't stutter, but I lose my train of thought too easy when it comes to doing a whole video. So I've actually usually have my computer in front of me, or print out a piece of paper on the tripod, something I can look and get these points.
Right.
And thank God I don't do anything live as of right now because I
Right.
can edit that stuff out.
Right. Editing saves the day though.
Yes, for sure.
Definitely. Especially like if you repeat something or you hit that or it. You
Yep.
take that out. All right, we sound like we talking regular now. It's okay.
Yes, for sure.
What's been fun about the podcast though, when it comes to editing, because I've been editing this podcast, I helped edit somebody else's podcast. Is like sometimes I keep them in there like for the authenticity factor, because you want to keep things real and in real time,
yeah.
so that people can be like, oh, this is who this person is. Oh, I like their quirkiness. I like who they are. Like, wow.
And even with video, I haven't done it because I don't have a lot of videos out right now. But when I look at other YouTubers, I do see them leave their little quirks there as well, and it makes it funny and interesting. Yeah. Like, 'cause I would relate to that more than just a bunch of jump cuts in it.
Right.
So yeah.
So it's like more like realistic, like they can relate to it. It's like, oh wow, this person makes mistakes too in their video. Okay, let me watch them real quick. Because not everybody's perfect.
No,
we shouldn't that way.
What you gotta remember as an editor when you're editing your own stuff is you want yourself to be perfect, but if you do it too much, then it's gonna be awkward. That's what you gotta get the balance.
That's a quote right there. Say that again.
For sure have to get that balance in there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
As an editor, it's not about perfection, but it is though. But if you make it too much, it's awkward.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh wow, man. Has there ever like been any videos that you edited that you had a tough time with, that you failed at, but then you ended up rising to success?
So actually, I have two stories on that one. One was in high school. This is gonna sound awful, but there was a veteran that came in and was talking to a class. I was not there to record it, and I was so since I was in the advanced class, I had to edit it. But some like video 1 or 2 kid filmed it, so it was not very stable, I would say, and you could tell it was like a newbie doing it, but that's fine. But then like people were sitting in front of the camera, and as a cameraman, you gotta be able to say, "Hey, don't say here." But like people were sitting in front of it, so you have all these weird spots where the guy was still talking, but the video was just somebody's back, and it's really weird. So then you had to I was told to search the internet for pictures of what he's talking about, put it over it, and it was a very, very, very long presentation. I didn't have any of the guy's information or his PowerPoint or anything. He was like 90-something years old. He had a mic on him, but he didn't know what any of it was. And so he was stuttering, of course. And I think he forgot he was being recorded, which is fine, which is a good thing. But it was so hard to edit and piece together. And it was one of the most boring things I've ever done, which sounds awful because it was really interesting information. And if I was watching it or there in person, it would have been fine. But as editing it, going back and forth, super boring. And I don't even know that I finished it. I think the teacher said, "Yeah, it's too boring. Don't finish it." That's how bad it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is wild.
It was interesting, and it was like I said, good information. I like war stories and things like that. But when you can't see his presentation himself, and there's so much stuff going on in camera in the scene, it was too much to do. It was a lot.
Definitely.
Not to mention all the pictures were off Google, which probably wasn't the most best thing to do. But it was for personal use only for the teacher, so it's fine.
Right.
So
Avoid them copyrights.
yeah. And the only other thing that like that had been actually in video one at Piedmont is something I hadn't done before. I've been editing for 3-ish years, and then I got Piedmont, so that's about my 4th year. But I never had to put sound to video, like music to video, and so it had to be, of course, the right tempo and the right, like, make it match. Like when the beat drops, this happen, whatever.
Right.
And so basically pacing the music. I never really had to do that before because I wasn't doing music videos or anything. So it wasn't that it was hard or bad; it was just a learning curve. And I was using somebody else's footage because it was after we got out of school for quarantine or COVID. So we're using our phones. And so I was actually using somebody else's footage. And the footage was great. It worked great. But I wasn't there, so I didn't know his idea. So I kind of made my own. But it was a learning curve because I was learning it without being in class. So. Yeah. So it was a whole thing. But it turned out good.
First experience with music videos.
Yeah, it turned out good though.
That's great. What song?
It was it was just something that was copyright free, actually, that I could actually use legally. So it was just anything we could do, and it was like a 30-second video. So it was like I think it ended up being the student I used, it was his sister exercising, just doing some exercising stuff outside, like running. And so there was her like popping her knuckles and putting her hair up and tying her shoes. So, and then running. So she paced that out with some upbeat video or music. So it turned out okay. So.
And that's really, really cool. Sounds like you made it through. Wasn't too much of a struggle.
Oh yeah, no, it was good. It wasn't bad. It was just a learning curve. Something you had to learn. So,
So where are you at now? You in video too?
I'm not in the class, but technically I would be, yes.
Okay.
I'm actually taking media management with her.
Okay.
Yeah, getting some gen ed classes in. I decided not to do video too, since I'm getting started with the actual video group, what I'm calling the Roar production team. Getting them started. I do not want to do video too at the same time.
Yeah, that's smart.
We have some plans of some videos we're going to do, so that was going to be too much to edit, because I'm one of the, if not the editor for all the videos that's going to come through.
Dang, hopefully, you got a lot on your plate.
Hopefully a couple other ones know how to enough to put out something. So, yes.
So basically, like anything that's coming video footage from the Roar, that's you, the editor, you editing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm going to be on the lookout for it. I'm going to be on the lookout. I'm definitely going to be like your number one fan on that. But all right, you better edit. Yeah.
I have the access or password information to YouTube for the Roar, so we're back up with that. We're getting that back going.
Right.
Yeah, got the Hadley's doing TikTok, or both of us kind of tackling ideas, but she's doing it for the most part.
Oh, yeah, TikTok. Okay.
You have to go to that. It has all the executives and editors on there. We did like a little video introducing everyone.
Oh, hold up. I might need to follow right now. Wait a minute.
I think it's just Piedmont Roar, like most other things on there. Yeah.
Piedmont Roar. I'm gonna need to follow that real quick. Okay.
Yeah, we had our first or second Roar meeting, and so we did a little video introducing all the executives and editors for this semester, at least.
Okay, I remember seeing that. That was a TikTok. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that was good.
And that one was all Hadley. That was all her.
Okay, Hadley. All right. Teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah.
So how has it been working with a team? Have you always been good with teams all your life, or? I
would think so. I mean, I used to be awkward, so that was a little bit different. But I'd like to think of myself as less awkward now. So, so I think I work well with pretty much anybody as long as they're nice back and respectful back. We can usually vibe pretty well.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I think especially with the Roar, we've always all got along for the most part. So
definitely.
Yeah, we're all pretty tight there. So even the new people that came in. So yeah.
New people.
Yeah, a couple new people came in, so it's been
good. How does it feel not to be like the new people anymore?
It feels good. You know,
Oh,
I mean, not that
yeah.
we got picked on, but you're definitely, at the
Oh,
bottom,
yeah.
and there was jokes, not in a bad way, funny jokes. Now you can partake in that against other people.
Oh, yeah. You are not part of the funny jokes anymore. You
Yeah,
are bringing the funny jokes now.
yeah.
All right. I see that. I can see that too. I remember when I was a freshman, first coming in, everybody like, oh, new people. And then when I wasn't a freshman no more, I was like,
Let's do it. Yeah, you're part of it now. Yeah, it's
uh-huh.
funny. And you also, get with the program and know the ins and outs. And what's good about, or what is needed in the mass comm department, especially newspaper, you got to build those connections with people around campus. I've made a few of those connections now, so now I'm all in there.
Oh man, you got your resume, you got connections. I can't wait to
Yes,
see how that goes for you. That's
I'm
definitely gonna,
excited.
yeah, very. That is exciting though. I think in college the best thing about it is you create your connections early with people, and then as you go along within your career, you can always fall back on those and create great
Oh yeah.
things.
And it's weird that I'm already my second year in. It doesn't feel like it. I mean, last year got cut a little short, but it's still online. And now we're already 2 weeks in the second year, and it's flown by. It's crazy. Yeah.
So how did it feel like when it got like cut short like that? Because I remember like looking at it in real time because I had just graduated in December and just coming back home and like seeing that all happen and unfold. Everybody just go from being in school to we're going home early. Like how did
Yeah.
that switch?
I mean, it was definitely a little saddening. It was my freshman year. The end of it. There was some exciting events. I mean, obviously it was graduation, which didn't have nothing to do with me personally, but I felt bad for the seniors and anybody doing sports. I mean, that's definitely hard on everybody. And I felt like as a freshman, it was a little odd. And then I knew that I was a main leader for the next year, for this year. And so I knew that was going to be happening. We're already planning on doing that all online. So that was an interesting perspective of getting students in orientation and doing everything through Zoom and online and Canvas. And between that and just going for spring. So actually, it was interesting. The week before spring break, there was no talk about it. Not really. It was kind of unexpected. I was actually sick with strep throat. So I'd only been in school 1 or 2 days that week, like Monday and Tuesday maybe. And then I left because on Wednesday I started not feeling good. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I wasn't there. And then spring break happened. And then that Thursday, Friday spring break, they're like, yeah, you're not coming back. And I'm like, oh. And we got an extra. So I didn't go back. I was out a week or two before it actually was supposed to be out. And then, we got an extended spring break so they could plan. So it was a very interesting thing. And it was hard on everybody for different reasons. Faculty, it was hard on them for having to plan that and get everything planned. I'm not sure how the cafe handled their stuff being in this situation. I know it was hard on them. Students, athletes, they obviously their seasons got cut short or their practices. And theater and mass comm, we all had our plans. There was the disaster drill day thing that was supposed to happen. And theater had another performance, I believe, maybe. And mass comm had our things planned, and every department I feel like had fun things planned. Or nursing was obviously going to help with the disaster. We had yearbook that was going to be a huge,
Oh yeah, the 100th anniversary.
Yeah, it was going to be a huge event this year. This last year, like it was just hearing the things. Like I don't know how much everybody knew, but it was going to be a big thing this year. So it definitely hit people in different ways, even parents and like of college students, because your child, whether it be a senior or freshman or whatever, their college getting cut short and on this very inconvenient way of Zoom, and they move back home unexpectedly. That's interesting on a parent. So it hit everybody for sure. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yes.
I could say like this whole like year has been like a roller coaster, but I could say hopefully in our next year we can recover, bounce back even harder, and we can come back to somewhat of our norm.
Oh yeah, and I mean, colleges and especially Piedmont with the guidelines are trying their hardest to get the back to semi-normal. I mean, there's still obviously guidelines and things in place, and they're fairly strict, like masks are required, but at least we're back on campus. So we made it 2 weeks in and we're still there.
Right.
So
and yeah, at least you're back
definitely
there.
back a little normal.
At least you're back to being able to go in sometimes face to face
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes through Zoom, and that's pretty good.
I have to say the way people handled that aspect of it, of Zoom, whether it be Zoom or in person, was very interesting and confusing at first. But once you got more information, I actually prefer it this way than completely face to face during these times or completely virtual. Like if there wasn't COVID, obviously I'd want to be face to face. But given COVID, I like how I think it's over 15 students in a classroom. You're online for 1 week and then or it splits up in half. So like my class is 20 kids. So 10 of them will be online 1 week and then in person next week, and it alternates. So I like how they handled that. And then of course face mask and how Zoom is working. I feel like it's very interesting, obviously, because professors aren't used to teaching students in person and on Zoom at the same time. That was interesting. But
So like, are they like in the classroom, like through like face cam? You can see everybody. Wow.
So like 10 students are in person while 10 are on Zoom at the same time. And the professors trying to remember share screens. Most of them have, I don't know if they were, I think every room, I could be wrong, every room has a tripod and webcam that they can set up. Because I know there's a tripod in every room because it's in little storage closets, at least for Daniel and Stuart. And they set the camera, and some of them have microphones, some of them chose not to do microphones, I guess. And they just make it work. And it's very interesting, but it worked. And yeah, one thing I did find out as a commuter, I'll have a class at 9 o'clock to 9:50, but then I have one online, but then I have one at 10 in person, or vice versa. I don't have time to get there in time. So I've actually been using your old office to do some of my Zoom classes in and sit there.
The old office.
Yeah. And yeah, between there or my desk in the newsroom, I've been back and forth depending on the office.
Okay. All right, old office. I remember
Yeah,
that office.
a couple of us have been splitting your office between different times. Me and Anna, and I think Laura maybe has been all using your office. So yeah.
That is so funny how life works, though. That is funny. What I think is so interesting about how the format is, it reminds me of how, like, when I was doing my master's, we basically had that format of half online and sometimes in person. And even sometimes it was like all online. So I see how interesting it is that undergrad people are having to experience that now.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but it's very like worth it in the end, because when you get onto your next step and you get encountered with that type of format, you're gonna be ready for it.
Oh yeah, and I think it, in an very odd way, coronavirus is preparing a lot of students and people in general for many different things. One, whether it be working from home for a job, having to have that self-motivation to do it, or back and forth, or having unexpected changes thrown in your day, or having to you're getting a little experience of what it's like to live in a different country, because some countries do wear masks all the time and for different reasons, but still, and traveling's different for every country. And I feel like coronavirus has given a big, like, many lessons throughout this year for many people for different reasons.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is like one interesting thing I said, because I was asked to be part of the little video selection thing for the seniors, to like wish them a good luck. And I had said, like, you guys have been through the Rona and you've been able to adapt. As sad as it may seem, you took what you had and you were able to still run with it. And it's all about adaptability at the end of the day, because you never know what life's going to throw at you. You always just have to be ready and stay somewhat prepared.
Yeah, and I think definitely new experiences that everyone is having right now will help them some way in the future, like, for sure. Like, there is not something in the year 2020 you cannot take with you for the rest of your life. There is something you'll take with you forever.
Exactly. We'll go years from now looking back at 2020 like, oh man, that was the year.
Yeah, something.
That was the year. It was something.
Well,
it's like when 2020 hit, everybody was like, all right, new year.
Mhm.
And then what?
Like whether you learn how to use Zoom or whether you learn to stockpile toilet paper when you have the chance, you're gonna learn something from 2020.
Right. You gotta stockpile your resources and learn how to
Yes.
ration them.
Yes.
Don't be a gluten and let them run out. Like conserve.
Yes, for sure. It's been an interesting year, and I'm interested to see how the rest of it's going to go. Because, I mean, if we're made August and all this has happened, goodness.
Yeah, goodness. Can we make it to Halloween? Can we make it to Christmas? Can we make it to Thanksgiving?
Man, those are 3 holidays I look forward to every year. Besides, like 4th of July, I always have 4th of July was weird because we always have a big family get together with food that's been smoked on the smoker all day, and
Right.
fireworks. And so, I mean, here it wasn't there wasn't a lot of restrictions, and we definitely did limit what we did. Like, we didn't have a whole bunch of food. We had, hot dogs, and
Hot dog.
everybody brought a lot of fireworks, and we limited the amount of people too. And it was usually would be inside hanging out. It was all outside. It was all we had games, like we played cornhole and badminton, everything you can space out and do.
Right, definitely. Cornhole, badminton. All right, space out. Then we go together.
Yeah, that's what we did, and it worked out fairly well. I mean, it was definitely different not being able to hug your family or, sit next to each other and chill, but at least we had some form of get together on a small scale. So,
did you have your birthday during the Rona?
I did. July 24th was my birthday. And do you want to guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I went and got Chinese takeout and stayed home. And usually I'm doing something. Usually we go to the races or have a family my family's super tight, so we always have get together chance we can. Nope. Chinese takeout and stayed at home.
Wow. Yeah, we eating.
Yeah.
It reminds me of my birthday. We just had like the small circle family. Just had like a little feast, had macaroni, chicken, all this different stuff. It was just small, secluded in like the house. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, my grandparents came over. I think they came over and seen me, and but yeah, Chinese takeout was my thing. And interestingly enough, I was talking to another friend from high school. Her dad has some health issues where they had to be really careful, and so they haven't been going anywhere whatsoever. Store they've had delivered or whatever to their car, all that stuff. And her birthday is the 31st of July, so a couple days after mine. And I was like, "What are y'all doing?" And she's like, "We're going to eat Chinese takeout." And instead at home, I was like, "No, because I'm here right now getting my food." So we both had Chinese takeout for our birthdays, completely unplanned.
Awesome.
Yes.
That was amazing. I've like started to go out sometimes, but it's like go on like family fishing trips, but we always stay social distance and away from people, and we do our best.
Yeah, and I have my besides college, I have my immediate circle of family. Of course, my parents, my brothers, and my nephews, and their whole family, because so essentially my whole side of my dad's family lives on one road, so we're all close anyway. And so I have a small amount of people from my family, like my cousin I go for a walk with every day, go outside, get fresh air, because for a while I wasn't, and that definitely made a difference. Like my attitude was not getting outside, so we made a thing where any day it's not raining or storming, we go outside and walk. And other than that, it's my dad, mom, and my 3 brothers and their wives and my 2 nephews. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yesterday it was like thundering and raining. I woke up. I was like, "Oh, why does it feel weird today?" I was like, "Oh, I know why."
Yep. I actually went outside to go for a walk yesterday, and as soon as I got out there, it started raining. I was like, "Nope." Called her. My cousin was like, "Never mind. Don't even." Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. Pick me back up.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I can't. No.
Yeah. Nope.
I ain't trying to get struck right now. Just
we got stuck in the rain. I don't know. I would say back a week or so ago, we were walking, and people like in our neighborhood I'm really close to. Like, we're not like, it's all very back in the country, middle of nowhere. But we know everybody. And so it started raining. I was like, I'm not afraid to get in somebody's carport and sit there because I know them all. And we started to, and I knew who it was. It's fine, but it wasn't really raining hard. I was like, we can make it. I got an umbrella, cover parts of my trailer can get wet. And we started going, got on my road. And when I got a call from my mom and dad, we live in the same house, but they both called me by accident at the same time. They didn't know each other was calling me. and said, "Get home, it's raining." I was like, I know. So I got a call from both of them. I was like, "It's not raining that bad. I'm on my way." I get on my road, downpours.
Oh no.
And by that point, me and my cousin are both wearing masks and social distance for walking because it had gotten worse around here.
Right.
And we're doing it, but we both had to share an umbrella. And so we were like shoulder to shoulder running down the road in pouring rain trying to get back.
Oh.
Yes.
Yo, they're protecting the chair, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. So, like, how technologically advanced is your chair?
Not good enough. Actually, I think I tweeted something out the other day and said, "It's 2020. Why isn't at least my controller in my chair waterproof? Like waterproof or not even water resistant?
Oh, it's not?
Like, it's like technically, I guess it's water resistant, but like too much or one wrong
To a
spot, it's fried." And
Oh.
I've had many experiences where it always happens when I go on vacation. The day before I leave,
Oh.
something happens in my chair. And we have what I call the wheelchair guy. It's my person that always from Atlanta. He'll come here on his day off and fix it, put a temporary part on there, and like we'll give him supper, pay him like extra, whatever we gotta do.
Right.
I mean, he's always here.
Right.
But yeah, like it's not. I feel like given the technology today,
Yeah.
it should be waterproof or something that I could go in the rain or not get stuck in the mud, which they do have what they call track wheelchairs, like a tank tracks, but those are outrageously expensive.
Right.
Like my chair, you've seen my chair. It is, I want to say 30 grand.
Wow.
And that's just my wheel. Like this is like semi-base model wheelchair.
That's just semi-base model.
Semi-base
It's
model, and it's that much. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
So, thank God for insurance.
Yes, thank God for insurance, for real. Oh my. You would think like they would be water resistant, for that type of price tag, but wow.
I mean, like, give me a roof or something closed in.
Disclaimer, please improve the wheelchair so that Caden can have some improvement so that he can go outside. Something.
What they offer is so I use like a shopping bag, a plastic shopping bag. That's my version of recycling, is saving, cover my chair.
Right.
When it's raining. And if I want to get something from a wheelchair company, like say mine, if I want to get something that would fit, put your hand under, but and it has a little plastic where you can still see the screen, $60 for I don't know how to describe it. Like, just like something made out of like t-shirt material, maybe, that covers you with a little plastic cutout to see your screen. $60, and it, especially put your hand, very uncomfortable. I didn't buy one. I just used Walmart or shopping bags.
Right.
So
you be trying to be innovative with what you have to make it
I'm
work.
not going to spend that much money on something whenever that's basically useless when I have, recycle bags I can use.
Right. Definitely.
So, yeah.
Please, world, improve on the wheelchairs.
Something. Just
please.
Something.
Something. Please.
That's going to be my goal when I get older. I'm going to have my job, do whatever, but my side job is definitely, I've even talked about it, disability advocacy and not just wheelchair, but wheelchair, maybe canes or, I don't know, hearing aids, anything that is used with the disability world, because a lot of those things get created but don't get improved upon as time goes on.
Right.
They do, but not like other technology or other things would. That's my side. Give me my side hustle is getting things like that.
That side hustle. You gotta get that side hustle.
Yes.
Side hustles are like the thing. That leads me on to, you just talked about that. Is that like your next 5-year plan? Like your next 5 years plan?
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, obviously stick with college. That I have 2 more years after that, or after this year for college. And I have my YouTube channel. Not that I'm consistent. I want to be working on doing that.
Right.
And so hopefully that'll get up there. I mean, you can always hope and work hard for it. Get some kind of audience, because that'll be, help out tremendously.
Definitely.
And then, I don't know. My parents have told me for the last year, and not just my parents, other people, that I would be a good teacher with mass comm stuff. I was like, I mean, I don't plan on it, but you never know, because that's what my
Yeah.
teacher did. She
You
didn't. She
never
planned
know.
on being at CNN by now or doing something like that. Nope, she was asking about the high school. I was like, yeah, that'll probably be me. Have something planned, then she'll call me. Hey, I need another person to help me. And I'll end up going by
Hey,
there.
I need help. Okay,
Something like that.
I come through.
I mean, whatever. It's a job, and I would enjoy it. I mean,
Exactly.
like I like helping people, and that's like the number one way to help people is educate them. And mass comm is a growing industry for sure. So that would, especially during the pandemic, everybody wants a YouTube channel, which is
That's fact. Everybody
yeah,
want you to.
yeah. So that's definitely growing. So and don't know how, but my high school in this tiny town had a mass comm like department. I don't know how that. I mean, her and four other students were interested in it. That's how it got started years ago.
Wow.
But like, and yeah, I don't know how that happened in our tiny town, and how it grew so popular and so much like donations and grants and stuff put into it. Where it's a very nice studio. Like,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened.
Man, that's interesting. I mean, who knows? Who knows what the journey will hold for you? And maybe one day you may want to go educate in mass comm. Maybe not. Who knows?
Oh.
But the sky is the limit.
Oh yeah, figure something out. Sure, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't expect I was gonna be doing podcasts like this or
Yeah.
my YouTube like that. I didn't expect that. No, here I am. I'm doing it. I'm still doing it. While making
and
music, so that's good.
Podcast is a new thing too. I mean, it's relatively new, and I love podcasts. Like, I don't know. You asked me a year and a half, 2 years ago, what podcast do you listen to? I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
now I can give you a list of certain things like conspiracy theories and like
Right.
murder and
Right.
like inspirational things and like my favorite thing is a radio show that I really like puts their radio show onto a podcast, and people within that radio station, like it's a different dynamic radio station. Like, they're all friends before radio personalities. Like, none of them had any experience in radio when they started, and now it's a nationally syndicated country show. And so I always still like country music, so like went from there. But nearly every single person on that radio show has their own podcast, so it branches out. I was like, okay, so that's my whole list of things.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, have that whole list of podcasts now. A year and a half ago, never.
Would you ever start a podcast yourself?
Thought about it for sure. It's something I'm still thinking about. I'm gonna have semi set up for it. So
Still planning.
and now never thought about Zoom using it, so that's definitely a thing. So
Oh, look at that. Give you an idea.
yeah. I was thinking like Audition or Premiere and just dumping it from there, but yeah.
Yeah, I was using this idea because I was looking it up. I was like, yeah, what are the things to use to have a guest on there to make a podcast? And I was like, oh, Zoom, I could do that. I was like, okay. And then I just had the idea recently. I was like, oh, I could just post the video version because now I got like a little green screen background that I can use, and it makes it look more official. So
yeah, definitely does. And like, I have some ideas of things I want to do. So podcast is definitely up there because I like talking. So
that's good. I could talk for hours.
Yeah, me too.
So do you have like any exclusive world premiere like content you want to debut on your episode of Talks with AQ?
Well, coming up, I have so my YouTube channel is just my name, Caden Nelms. So CADENNELMS. So I have some things already on there. Not gonna lie, it might be a little boring because I'm not very ecstatic on these videos.
Right.
But I have an idea that I'm working on, weekly good news, where it's just like, I don't know, 4 or 5 pieces of just good news, purely good news, no political things, whether it could be the best news in the political world. I'm not going to do it. No political, no like negative things, no, bad things that you always hear about on normal news channels. Just like a little segment, I guess you'd say, just good news, and eventually build upon that. But that's my main thing is I want to get that done soon. So
world premiere. Caden is bringing the good news.
Yes, working on it. Yes, for sure.
Well, that leads me to my last question for you today. You've been doing really well with answering all of it, and it's been a joy to talk to you. How do you feel about our present political climate, and where do you hope to see our world moving forward to, like, from all the negativity and all that? Speak your truth.
Okay. I'm trying the best way to put this. I could care less who the person is necessarily, as long as the values are good. There's definitely things in 2020 that has happened that needs to be changed and talked about. And I feel like social media and people just in media period has made a big difference already, because you see people, I would say people that would not normally get arrested because of people on social media fighting against causes. And my hope is that we can not be as divided between blue and red, just be all one, whatever you want, color you want to be, whatever it is,
Right, definitely.
that you can work together and be all mismatched. Doesn't matter, nobody's the same, everybody has different beliefs. Like, you hear, my thing was, I heard things from my parents who heard things from their parents, and obviously my parents didn't have social media and like the world at their fingertips to do research. They just kind of believed what they heard. And that's been more of a battle in recent years for not only me, but people my age and in college. One, you have college, but two, you have the world at your fingertips. You can do your own research, not to listen, and you make your own point of views. And that is going to be the good thing in the world, I believe, is everybody's going to have their own opinions, which is always good. As long as you show those opinions respectfully, I feel like that can be where that can be a downfall. Can be respectful about everything. But I feel like we that have done our own research all have the same consensus, as we don't really care what the person looks like that's in charge, as long as their morals and values follow what can make the United States or the world period a better place, which sounds very, very stereotypical of, make it a better place. But honestly, there is no necessarily perfect way to make it a good place, because everybody's going to have their opinions. But if you get this general idea of what is good, work towards that. It's my thing. So,
words to live by right there. You got the knowledge and the gems beyond your years, Caden, and I hope you know that. To all the listeners, I hope you enjoyed that answer. It had a lot of explanation, a lot of good gems to take from. And hey, I'll definitely give a title that gives you justice on the things you've discussed. So before we go, where can everyone find you?
Well, my YouTube is, like I said, my name, so there's Caden Nelms. Interestingly enough, I'm pretty sure my Instagram is obviously _it's_Caden. And I believe my Twitter, I did not come prepared. I believe my Twitter is Nelms_Caden, I think. But also, a lot of my stuff, interestingly enough, is Wheelchair King. So I always use that for anything. So that could be any of those. I'm not sure. But I know my YouTube is Caden Nelms for sure. So that's where I plan on putting the content. And my TikTok, Wheelchair_King. That is a good place. Is my TikTok.
That is a good title. Good name. I was like, oh yeah, the Wheelchair King. Like, all right.
That's how everybody knows. It's me.
No, you know who it is. It's no one else. This is me. This is my name.
Yes.
Right there.
All they know if it hasn't been taken.
Right. Well, thank you, Caden, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on the show today.
Of course, anytime. It's been fun. I love podcasts. First time on a podcast.
Oh, snap. Okay. I'm honored.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it anytime.
I am honored, man. And I'm looking forward to you coming back on the show when you have time. We can talk about anything that pertains to you, current events, anything like that. And hey, just have a great, grand time.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Talks with AQ. And remember, we upload every Saturday with the newest episode. So you'll probably see this at 1. So please have a great day. Peace.